Good evening and welcome to Weekend Update. I'm your host, Eric Farmer. Today is Saturday, August 8th, 2026. Another hot week up here, Gilpin County, Colorado. As you would expect, here in dragging on towards the ends of summer. Well, we still got a good month and a half left of summer, but yeah, usually the nicest weather is coming up in September, October. But yeah, it's been pretty hot. No, we didn't get no rain last week. Hot and dry. But yeah, next week we're expecting some rain. Looks like that's good. So we had one round of rain like a couple weeks ago, and that was nice. That really helped out because it was really bad. This drought we're having. And so yeah, next week looks like it's going to rain every day next week. Could get a couple inches of rain next week, so I like that. That's a good way to head into August. Hey, Jorgen Becker, nice to see you. Yeah, what the hell's going on out there in the world? Just the hot dog days of summer, man. Shit's winding down. Before you know it, the snow will be flying again. Hopefully this wet weather we're getting next week will be a harbinger of a good snowy winter this year, and everybody's talking about that. Could be a doozy of a winter, they're saying, because of the El Nino. Talking about a super El Nino this year, whatever that means. I mean, I don't know, man. Usually, I think where I'm at, we have a kind of a drier winter when we have an El Nino, but on the other side of the mountains, which is really important, the valley is hot today, I'm sure. Yeah, it's the hot time of the summer, man. Like, it's interesting. There's a thing that they call seasonal lag, which, the longest day of the year was in June, like right around June 20th, right? But that's not the hottest time of the year, right? The longest amount of sunlight, it's not the hottest time of year. It's usually a month afterwards. After the longest day of the year, a month later, you get the hottest weather. The same in winter. The shortest day of the year, December 20th, right around there. And then a month later, like towards the end of January into February, is the coldest time of the winter. So yeah, it takes a month behind the longest or shortest days of the year to get the coldest and hottest weather of the year. It's kind of interesting how that works. But if you look at it, a month leading up to the solstice, the summer solstice, like April will be cooler than August, right? And even though they're on the same amount of daylight, kind of. I'm thinking, yeah, April. No, it's actually May. Yeah, May and August have the same amount of daylight, pretty much. But May's a lot cooler, and August is a lot hotter. It's kind of interesting how that works. But yeah, you can expect some heat, probably all the way till October. That's when it generally starts to cool off. The end of summer, officially is like September 20th, right around there. But yeah, interesting times to talk about the weather with this super El Nino coming. I'm just, I'm praying that we get above average snow this year, especially on the other side of the mountains. That would be great if they got a above average snowfall. That would really help things out. But we'll see what happens. There's like this whole Colorado River system crisis, they're calling it, right? Everything's a fucking crisis. They're calling it the Colorado River system crisis, and it is. It's a fucking crisis. There are two humongous reservoirs there. You got Lake Powell and you got Lake Mead, Hoover Dam and Glen Canyon Dam. And they're both sitting right around 25% of capacity. So yeah, and it's the lower it gets, the faster it drops. So yeah, they're predicting by the end of the year, Lake Mead's going to drop another like 20 something feet. God damn. Both of them, both of those reservoirs are going to drop a huge enough, close to where they're no longer going to be able to generate electricity. And then if it drops to another level below that, it becomes a dead pool, they call it. Let's see, meningitis, whatever that means. Told a friend his diagnosis of autism may be incorrect, but then he was flipping me off while screaming, F you, F you. Of course, I had my laughing my ass off session going on. Diagnosis of autism. Yeah, that's interesting. But yeah, autism is, yeah, it's a fucked up thing, autism. It's one, I don't really want to go into it too much, because of, you start talking about that kind of shit, and you next thing you know, your channel is taken the fuck down. You can't. They don't want you talking about that. Especially what I truly believe causes autism in children. He was defending his diagnosis. I'm thinking, what happens with children and autism. Yeah, I got my own opinion on how they get, why so many kids have autism now. Just say it has to do with these things. But you got to be careful what you say here, because yeah, real quick, again, snap. I can't snap my fingers very well, but in a snap of the finger, they'll take my channel down. And it's the bees, yeah. I mean, I can't really say that, because it's they'll call it medical misinformation. You say that is the cause. If anything is the cause of anything, they freak out, man. You can't talk about that shit. It sucks. But no, I know a lot of kids that has that problem, man, and and it really makes me sick, and it really saddens me. These poor kids have to that has to happen to them because of what. And when I was a kid, we got like less than 10, I think, and now they get like 70. I mean, they shoot the kids so full of fucking chemicals before they're even out of the hospital from being born. And by the time they go to school, they got 70 fucking shots in them. It's unfucking real. What are they, And you wonder why these kids are like, God, if I had a kid, I don't know, man, what I would do. I couldn't let them do it to my kid. But man, if you don't let them do it to your kid, it really make your life shit. It's like you're abusing your child. No, you're abusing my child. God damn. You try to keep your kids safe, and they criminalize you for it. Try to keep your kid not to have to go to school. Holy shit. They hate that. People that homeschool their kids. Why do you gotta give your kid any education, man? I would just teach my kid to read and write and do math. And then, whatever else I wanted to teach him. But the shit that they fucking learn, man, school is so bad today, man. My God, they're purposely fucking up kids' minds, man, in school now. So yeah, if I had kids right now, and I would definitely do whatever I could to not send them to public school. But yeah, it's crazy, man. You don't want to, you don't want to give your kid the you know what, but if you don't, then you get in trouble. It's insane, dude. The world we live in is so fucked up, man. But it's all on purpose. They don't want you. You don't really control your own life. You don't control your own kids. They own your fucking kids, man. If you don't do what they tell you to do with your kids, then yeah, you're the one that's gonna get punished for it. It's fucked up, man. No, it's my kids. I can do what I want, man. I can. If I don't want my kid going to public school, then he ain't going to fucking public school. Try it and see what happens. Unless you can prove that you are properly homeschooling your child, and your child can pass all these tests that we deem that it needs to be able to pass. The whole system is so fucking evil. Remedial 6th grade classes today are filled with 8th graders. Yeah, because they're not teaching your kids shit in school anymore, man. They're just basically, mind controlling them and, preparing them to be a good little fucking slave. That's about it. That's what it's always been, though, Even when I went to school, man, it was the same shit. They teach you to obey and conform, and if you're not a good kid, they send you to the principal's office, and they call your parents and whatever. It just sucks, man. I mean, I feel so bad for kids because it was bad enough when I went to school. I fucking hated school so much, and I can imagine how much worse it is today. It was bad enough. I mean, it's pretty similar probably, but it just a lot worse. And you have to go. I was lucky as a kid, man. I was able to get away with a lot of shit and miss a lot of school. I missed a shit ton of school, thank God. I just refused to go, man. Parents would drop me off at school and I'd fucking just walk away. No, my parents never really dropped me off at school. I always had to walk to school most of the time. Never had bus service, never fucking. Used to have to walk a mile or two to school every fucking day. To most of the schools I went to. And that's how it was when I was a kid. Nowadays, nobody lets their kid walk to school anymore. It's too dangerous out there. There's too many fucking weirdos. It's too dangerous. There's too many child predators out there to let your kid walk to school anymore. That's what they say. Yeah, there probably are a lot more. I don't know. There was even child predators when I was a kid, for sure. I've seen some crazy shit. But that was like in the suburbs of Los Angeles, fucking a lot of weirdos. But yeah, it's pretty bad. It's hard to believe that a lot of kids nowadays, they can't fucking read. They can't do anything. All they can do is fucking scroll on their phones or their iPads, whatever they got. It's fucked up, dude. I mean, what they've done to the world today is so fucking unbelievable, man. The people are nothing like they used to be whatsoever. The world today is so fucking different than it was. And nobody notices. Nobody gives a fuck. Even the old people my age and older, man. They're all in the same fucking shit. They're all fucking brainwashed by the technology. Fucking count on their phones for every fucking thing. They can't think for themselves. They can't fucking remember a phone number. They can't travel somewhere without GPS telling them where the fuck to go. It's really unbelievable, man. It's bizarre. So it was like I say, it's like I'm living in an episode of the fucking Twilight Zone, man. That's what it really feels like. I'm the only person in this episode of the Twilight Zone who doesn't have a device. Even though I have lots of devices, I just don't have one. A cell phone, a smartphone. And it's like, it's really hard to live without a smartphone these days. For most people, it's goddamn downright impossible to survive without a cell phone today. Without it, not just a cell phone, but a smartphone. They can't even get a job. You can't get a job unless you have a smartphone now, because everything is done on a fucking smartphone. You know, like when you walk into your job, your smartphone like clocks you in automatically. You know, like it's all your time is kept on your smartphone. Everything that you do all day long is just tracked on your fucking phone. It sucks, man. I hate the world today, man. So sick of it. And people, I'm not the only one, man. I think a lot of more people are starting to get tech burnout, man. Hearing more and more about it. Like the younger generation, they want to get away from all the technology. They've fucking seen what it's done to the older generations. Like, this is not good. Yes, the back destroy myelin and insulating layer or sheet that forms around nerves, including those in the brain and spine, creating I'm sure it does, man. Don't do it. And then, oh man, people are just fucked. Try talking with a 20-something person and they act like an interrogated prisoner. Huh. I don't know. I never really tried talking to one in a while. The only ones I ever talked to are like these young women that work at the grocery store. They're the only ones I really, in that age group, that I ever talked to, you know, because they're working the checkout stand. So sure, I come off like a creepy old man and try to flirt with them. Hell yeah. Yeah, I might be an old man, but I still like young chicks, man. You never lose that taste, man. But yeah, I don't know, man. It's like there's not really many 20-something people around here that I could really have a conversation with. I don't know. But yeah, it's really weird. Yeah, the world has just gotten so fucking, you know, everywhere you go, all you do is everyone you see is just like this. Even when they're crossing the street, they're looking at their phone. They got their headphones in, so they're like in a whole different world. They're not living in reality. You know, they're living in an artificial reality, artificial intelligence. You might as well just fucking go get an artificial intelligence girlfriend. A lot of them have those already. People are falling in love with AI bots. That's the world we're living in now. I've never purposely used AI, but you know, when you do a search on Google, it comes out with an AI overview every time, you know, which is usually I'll read that, and it's pretty much most of the time that's all the information I'm really looking for, just the basic answer to my question, you know. You know, I think most time it's probably pretty accurate, but you know, you never know though. You know, AI could always, man. One thing people don't fucking understand is that it's not perfect. It makes mistakes, and it comes out with just straight up false information, and it also lies. I've never used like Chat GPT or anything like that, but I've heard a lot of people talk about it. You know. Not people I know in real life, just like on the internet, on YouTube, you know. There's a lot of videos about that. Because it's a hot topic these days. Everybody's talking, I mean, you know, it's one of the biggest things going on in the world today. AI and data centers. And all the damage being caused by data centers. Data center. Yeah. And you know, they've been drilling this climate change thing to us for my whole lifetime, pretty much. You know, that we need to cut back on this and that, and it's all the people that are causing it. But then, and all of a sudden, they start building all these data centers with which puts out a massive amount of heat, pollution, fucks up the water, fucks up the air. But I don't know how much it fucks up the air, but it heats the air. Doesn't really cause any pollution, but it does cause pollution actually. Yeah, the water that they use becomes contaminated, but that's okay, right? All of a sudden, my whole lifetime of climate change concern goes out the fucking window, and then they just start building these insane data centers that actually heat the atmosphere. Data centers actually do heat the atmosphere by a lot. So it just goes to show you, man, this whole climate change agenda has been bullshit the whole time. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Why do tiny hat men have to be circumcised? Because this tiny hat woman won't touch anything unless it's 20%. That's a good one, man. Good one. Oh, that's the best joke I've heard in a while. Yeah, damn. Did you make that one up yourself, or if you did, you're a clever son of a bitch. That's just... Yeah, who came up with that idea, man? Supposedly, circumcision makes it easier to keep yourself clean down there. But also they say that it takes away a lot of your nerve endings down there. So I don't know. And plus, it's probably better for her pleasure if you have that extra bit of foreskin on there. So I don't know. This whole fascination with circumcision. But now, it's pretty much just standard practice in America, First thing they do to you when you come out of the womb, cut off the what. Weird. Who came up? But yeah, that's what I heard. The reason why they do it is because it's better for your hygiene. It helps you stay clean easier. It's more likely to get some kind of fungus or disease if you have that foreskin on there, right? No, what is it to go into the oral circumcision ceremony now? No, I don't want to hear about that anymore, man. It's one of the most disgusting things that I've ever fucking heard. And I've heard a lot of disgusting things in my life. Okay? Looks like we might get a little rain tonight, man. We're keeping our fingers crossed. Like, if that fucking matters. I had a DNA test that found I was 1% tiny hat. But I always knew I was PO to something. PO to... I don't know, man. I'm not getting that. I'm too dumb to understand that joke. I was Po to something. Po to something. I always knew I was. Man, I don't get it, man. I'm dumb, man. I don't understand the joke. Sorry, man. I live under a rock, okay? See this place here? It's a big fucking rock. Oh. I always knew I was up to something. Is that what you're supposed to be saying? Radio. Oh yeah, man. Today I had to drive down to Denver today, man. Well, to the suburbs east of Denver. Man, it was hot down there. There's a suburb to the east of Denver is called Aura. Man, it's just, oh God, it's just unbelievable, man. What the whole Denver area has become. It's just reminds me of LA in a lot of ways. I mean, every city kind of is the same shit, man. It's just these freeways and cars and trucks, just fucking, oh my God. So stressful driving on those 70, I-76. God, I can't remember all highways I had to drive on today. But man, it's stressful. I don't like it. I'm not used to it, man. I used to drive on the freeways all the time. It's been a while since I've driven on them regularly. So yeah, it's like people are just flying, cars are going, trucks, there's like a 4-lane wide highway, like, and every time you're like in the second lane, and it always turns to exit only lane. So then you got to merge over, and then you're going on, and then that one turns into an exit only lane. So you got to merge over. It's stressful, man. I don't understand why the fuck they do that. Why do they got to make your lane of travel all of a sudden it's exit only lane? So you got to merge so they can cause more fucking accidents. That's why. See, where I grew up back in my day, they did those lanes like that. You know, they had their main lane of travel, and then there would be an extra lane that would come off, and it would be the exit lane. You know, so you could go over into the exit lane and get on the freeway. Now you're in the lane of travel, and all of a sudden you see a sign exit only. So you got to merge over to the left. It's fucking annoying as. There's so many things in this world that are annoying as fuck. And you know, I'm convinced that it's done on purpose. They make the world as fuck just to make people's life fucking miserable. Really, I'm not even joking, man. They want to make your life miserable, short, and costly. I'm gonna get as much fucking value out of you as they can before they kill you. That's what it's like. That's what it means to be American. You know, be as productive to society as you possibly can, and then fucking die before you become a burden on society. Yep. But yeah, you know, that's what it's all about. But you know, I've had a lot of fun in life too. Don't get me wrong; it hasn't all been shit. Just the last 20 years. Let the topic be what really grinds gears. Yeah. Having to merge into traffic on a fucking. And I was down there like a couple on a weekday, and it was way more traffic today on a Saturday. Because yeah, everybody wants to go out and have fun on a Saturday. Everybody wants to go out and, you know, there's a lot of shit going down there in Denver on a Saturday. Everybody wants to be there. You got to go to the Rockies game. Maybe the fucking Broncos are playing preseason football. Fuck all that shit. And I mean, it's fun to go to a Rockies game. I would never go to another football game in my life, man. I hate football. And it's funny because when I was a kid, all I wanted to do was be a football player. I loved football. Like, my biggest hero in the world was O.J. Simpson. I wanted to be just like O.J. Simpson, man. I wanted to be a running back. And I was good at being a running back. I was really shifty, and like, I could make kids miss me. And like fake them out. It was I love doing that, like making moves and like getting away and fucking scoring a touchdown, you know. But now I find out that football's all fake and fucked and rigged, and it ruined it for me. Because I really love the game, man. It's a great game. Except for when you know in the back of your mind this shit's all fucking rigged. And then the referees, man, you know. It's all subjective, right? They can make whatever call they want, depending how they want the game to finish. It's all fucking rigged, man. There's no doubt in my mind, man. It's all about the betting lines, man. However the system will make the most bet money, that's the way the game's going to end. They'll take all the bets and like add it all together and figure out which outcome will be the most profitable for them. That's pretty much how sports betting rigging goes, man. Man, it's fucking bullshit, man, really. Damn, bruh, when are the Avalanche going to win the Stanley Cup? I don't know. Probably they may never win another one. And it's not easy to do. But at least they won one in 22. Yeah. It really sucks, man, because I used to love sports, man. The only sport I like anymore is hockey, you know. And I don't know how the fuck they could rig hockey. But if they can, they will. I know there's a lot of shitty calls that go on hockey. The officiating is garbage. The officiating hockey is definitely fucking not right. They'll make a call on one guy and not on another for doing the same exact thing. So yeah, maybe hockey's rigged too. I don't know. Let's see. Who won the Stanley Cup last year? Carolina Hurricanes. Colorado was close, though, man. They were within the Final Four, and they just got their ass kicked by Vegas, man. That really pissed me off, man, because I fucking hate Vegas. And that's the third time Vegas has knocked Colorado out of the fucking playoffs. In their short 8 years as a franchise, they've gone to the Stanley Cup Finals 3 times. And won 1 cup. It's bullshit, man. They gave way too much power to Vegas way too quick. And now there's teams out there that have never won a Stanley Cup and probably never will. And Vegas has been to 3 finals and won 1 cup in 8 years. Yep. Now Vegas has a football team, fucking traitors. And soon they're going to have a baseball team. It's really weird, man, because I lived in Vegas for a few years. I never imagined they would ever have sports teams like that. Imagine that baseball team. They're going to have a fully air-conditioned indoor fucking baseball field. Because there's no way they're going to be sitting out there in the fucking Vegas heat watching baseball. Hey, D. Freeman, nice to see ya. My dad's name was Stanley. He preferred drinking his tea from the saucer. Oh, good one. Stanley Salsa. They could call it the Stanley Salsa. I could never support a warm ice hockey. Yeah. Seems like those are the only ones that have any fucking success anymore. You know, Florida, Carolina, Vegas, Colorado Avalanche. It's pretty warm in Denver. But yeah, I really just like hockey, man. It's my guilty pleasure watching hockey, following the season, And it's frustrating, man. You know, if you're gonna be a hockey fan, you gotta fucking, you know, you gotta fucking be prepared for disappointment, right? If you're a fan of anything, you got to be prepared to lose, man. Because 9 times out of 10, you're gonna fucking only one team can win the cup every year, right? There's 32 teams, so best odds you got is out of 32 years to win the cup. And there's something around for they still haven't won the goddamn Stanley Cup. It's crazy. Like the Toronto Maple Leafs, man. Everybody fucking makes fun of them because the last cup they won was in 1967. So yeah, it's been almost 60 years since the Maple won the Stanley Cup, and they've had some good teams. Most, but it's got to be hard to be a Toronto Maple Leafs. Really, it's got to be like. But maybe one day they will finally fucking win the cup and it'll be worth it. You know, like, fuck all you people, we finally win. After fucking 85 years, we finally won a Stanley Cup. That's what makes it worth it, man. That's what makes struggling as a sports fan. After all those years of sucking, your team finally wins it. I've seen that happen a few times. Like back in the day when the Broncos finally won the Super Bowl. Man, that was amazing. And I think that was when football was still more legitimate than it is now. And Elway finally fucking raised that trophy, man. That was a great moment in sports. He lost like 3 Super Bowls before he finally won. So yeah, the Broncos fans suffered for a long time, for like maybe like 30 years before they finally won a fucking Super Bowl. So that's kind of like what makes it fun to be a sports fan, I guess. But it sucks that they've destroyed football, man. It really is. But I don't believe it's real anymore. The New York Rangers have a fine history. When was the last time they won a Stanley Cup? I don't know. I'm sure they won one, haven't they? Let's see. I have to look it up now. God damn it. See, New York Rangers. Stanley Cups. New York Rangers have won a Stanley Cup 4 times in their history. In 1928, 1933, 1940, and 1994. Holy shit, 1994. That's 32 years ago. Wow. There's a little bit of useless information for you there. 1994. Holy shit. Ranger fans are still mad at Dennis Potvin. So, you know, as an Avalanche fan, you know, I'm pretty wealthy, man. We just won one 2 years ago. Or 4 years ago. Oh, shit. It's been 4 years already. It just seems like yesterday. But they've had a good team since. But just like, they've been to the playoffs every year. Like, they usually get knocked out in the first round. Oh, this year they made round. So yeah, no matter how good your team is in the regular season in hockey, man, and the playoffs, it don't matter, man. It's brutal, man. It really is. because I fucking just really dislike Vegas Golden Knights. It's just a team that I hate the worst in the out of any sports team in the world. That's the team I hate the most. They had too much success too fast, while all these other teams have to suffer and struggle because of all these biggest billionaires bought and paid for that team. Biggest billionaires. You know, Wayne Gretzky's paid for the Rangers, didn't he? But I think that was after 1994. So he never won a Stanley Cup with the Rangers. But he also played for LA Kings, which is when I first started getting into hockey. I always watched it when I was a kid, but I just didn't really understand the game, you know, because I was raised on American sports. The hockey just didn't make sense to me because I didn't understand the rules of the game. When they would say offside, it didn't make sense to me because I was used to like a football offside, where like if a guy moves too fast before the ball is hiked, that's offside. I didn't understand how that worked in hockey. Whereas in hockey, if a guy goes across the blue line before the puck crosses the blue line, that's offside. So it's kind of the same thing, but yeah, I liked it when I was a kid. We had the LA Kings where I grew up, and they put quite a bit of games on TV, and it was fun to watch. But I didn't really understand how the rules of the game till like later when I was like teenager. Like Wayne Gretzky came to LA, and then I went a few games, and I was hooked on hockey after that. And yeah. He came close to winning the cup with the Kings, but he never did. He went to the finals. Drop a link so I could test my mic. Oh, sure. If I can remember how to do it. But yeah, sports. That's all I could say. 99% of the people are always disappointed, but it is sweet when your team finally wins. Gordon, I don't know if I want to fucking let you talk to me right now, man. All right. What's up, Gordon?
Yeah, how's it going? There was a real problem on YouTube over the past like 3 days. There's like a lot of reverb and people claiming echoes, and nobody knew what the problem was. How's my audio?
Sounds good to me, man.
All right. So, yeah,
Jake,
I guess it wasn't on me, but hold on a second. Yeah. So, how you been?
uh, just surviving, man. What can I say?
Yeah, I'm getting along probably better than I deserve. So, but yeah, I don't know. What's the topic tonight? Are we talking about hockey or what are
Topic:
you talking about? I'm
Anthony
topic
Fauci.
oriented.
No, but
No,
yeah. Hold on.
he abuses dogs.
I want to read this joke here. A Jew, an Irishman, and a black man are in a maternity ward waiting room. The nurse walks in and explains that there's been a terrible mix-up with the babies, and that the fathers are going to have to figure out amongst themselves which baby belongs to whom. The Irishman springs up out of his chair and volunteers to go. A few minutes later, the Irishman returns, holding. Damn, this is like a four-part joke. A newborn
Yeah,
black
it's like,
skin baby in his arms. The black man, black skin baby. The black man shouts, anger. Now I know that's mine. That baby is mine. To which the Irishman replies, one of those babies is a tiny hat, and I'm not taking any chances. I don't get it, man. I'm fucking thick.
yeah.
Yeah, how do you do that, man?
How to do what?
Go from your whatever they call it,
But yeah,
picture to your live screen.
how's my audio? Is my audio okay?
Sounds great to me, man.
All right, yeah. Had some complaints about it the other day, but yeah,
So
I
did you?
told this person. Yeah, I told this person that their diagnosis of autism was likely incorrect because I do not see him on the spectrum at all. But then this person started screaming, fuck you," and flipping me the bird, and it's like, what is that about? Why would you defend a mental illness? Why would you
Because
defend
he's
something
mentally
that?
ill.
Well, I guess he wanted to prove it to me, so I guess he did. Anyway,
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah. I mean,
people
it's
are.
horrible, man. It's really horrible how many shots they give to kids these days.
Yeah, it is, and we know
It's
it.
insane. It really
Yeah.
is. I don't think they need to give them any. You know, I think a lot of these fucking powerful, wealthy people, they don't let their kids get that shit.
They don't. Absolutely not. They'll avoid it at every cost. I can't imagine defending a diagnosis when it's for a mental illness. It just seems so contrary to reason.
What's fucked up is that your kids, by law, have to have all that shit. Isn't that fucked up?
Yeah.
So
I mean,
evil.
to have
So
kids.
fucking evil.
Yeah, you would have to just go to a private hospital or have your children delivered by midwives,
Have it delivered at home, yeah.
Well,
That's
Yeah.
really because they shoot it up before it even gets out of the hospital. It's pretty fucked up. It's pretty insidious and fucking sinister, if you ask me, man. And it really makes me angry. They do this to children, man. And
you want to hear what makes me really angry?
I don't think so. No, what is it, man?
No, I'm just playing around. I
Everything.
don't know. Yeah,
Everything. Life in
what I
general.
say is what I say is not authorized for public consumption. And quite frankly, I'm worried that perhaps the authorities might find what I say as being unauthorized and a jailable offense. So we shall see,
Uh-huh.
Is the true situation, right? North Dakota is actually behind this thing to where, even the slightest criticism of the small hats is perhaps even a jailable offense. So we will see.
Yeah, I'm sure it's coming. So
Yeah.
enjoy it while you can, because eventually it's going to be over with. But no, they got a file on it. This whole live stream, is going into a file. All my live streams. I bet. I got
Everyone.
I got terabytes of data on me.
I say far worse than you do. Even though
I've
I
had this channel going for 14 years.
Yes, I remember when you started it, basically.
Back in 2012. Yeah.
Let's see. No, it was
Because I
2013.
quit my other channel because I was so sick of YouTube shit. I shut down the channel. I was like, I'm done with YouTube. Because they were so fucked up back in them days. Everything was changing, from the cool YouTube. Remember the cool YouTube when everything was
Oh, I love the blazing,
awesome.
the
You could
blazing days of
customize your
YouTube.
channel. Everything was so cool, man. And then they just gradually took all the features away to customize, and they just turned your channel into a fucking jail cell, pretty much.
I love the swashbuckling days of YouTube when you could tell a person to just go unalive themselves, and it wasn't, that's just kind of normal parlance. People would normally say that
Well,
day
to go
to day.
fornicate, you can say go fornicate yourself.
Yeah, just go unalive yourself. It's like, but now I guess that's disallowed.
Yeah, it was cool.
But actually, you can say a lot of things.
But see, that's how shitification works. It starts out as a great thing, and it's all by design. It starts out really good, and man, this is so cool. This YouTube thing is so cool. You can do all this stuff on YouTube. You can post your videos. You could have friends, and you can message each other. They took away all that shit,
Mm-hmm.
and then they turned it into a jail cell where you're under scrutiny for everything. It's like, yeah, and I got so pissed off about it back then, like in 2010, 2011, when it really started to change. I was like, I deleted my channel, man. I was like, fuck this, I'm deleting my channel. I tried making channels on other platforms, but none of them ever went anywhere. Could never get any traction on any other platform, right? Because there was other platforms back then that you could upload videos on, but it just didn't have the same impact because there was nobody there. So I ended up having to come back to you because I thought these other platforms might take off, but they never did because YouTube created a monopoly, of online video, pretty much.
It does have the widest audience. If you're actually gaining traction on YouTube, you're going to gain a far wider audience than on any other platform.
But it's really hard to do.
Yeah.
Because it's all controlled. It's not organic. They pick and choose who they want to gain traction on YouTube. Not just anybody can just. It's not what they want you to think, man. Whoever becomes popular on YouTube is because of them making them popular.
Yeah, they're so-called influencers. Influencers.
Yeah. The ones who fucking sold out, and they're playing along with the game. So it's. But you see, it started out organic, and it became to what it is today. You see what I'm saying? Once they monetize shit.
I remember when shit was really crazy on YouTube to where, like, when I first got on YouTube was about 2 years after YouTube was created. And we were merely talking trash about this female from high school. And she was kind of loose, And so we told all of her stories on YouTube in the comments section. And guy got his car torched over it. Guy got his car lit on fire.
That's not a nice thing to do.
Yeah, it's not a nice thing to do. Calling a whore is not a nice thing to do, and torching someone's
especially
car
on a public platform, but whatever.
But anyway, I think
it happens, right? It's not nice, but it happens.
Yeah, but I think everyone got their just desserts over it. But now it's just like a romper room for. I guess everything has to be safe.
For slut shaming? It's a romper room for slut shaming.
You can't even show somebody getting their ass whooped, It's like us,
Yeah.
What does platform become? Anyway.
It's become candy ass.
Candy ass bullshit. It's like, I mean, during the 70s, I could see dead Cambodians or dead Vietnamese being dragged across the ground, and now I can't even see a I don't know, a fist fight on YouTube? Really? Is
Yeah.
that what YouTube has become? Really?
Yeah, it's like that. Everything has become more and more censored because that was the plan all along. They knew what they were doing when they created YouTube. It was a long term plan. They would get all the fucking attention and have it become a monopoly, and then they would change the rules. That's what they've done. Exactly. And that's how everything is done. It's called enshittification. Have you heard of that term?
Yeah, yeah.
It's
I don't know
it's
I don't know
happening
who
everything
coined
on
that.
the internet.
And shitification. Nicole, is that her name? She has a YouTube channel, but she made a
Oh yeah,
few
Nicole. Yeah,
videos.
I know who you're
Yeah,
talking
yeah,
about.
yeah, right.
Canadian
Okay.
chick. No, but Nicole's just one. She's just one chick that talks about it, and a lot of people talk about it. It's actually become a fucking word in the dictionary. Look it up. Yeah.
Yeah, the enshittification factor, yeah.
It's like things start out good, right? Like YouTube did, right? It started out real good and became what it is today. That's the definition of shitification. Right?
Well, check this out. I've had 5 coffee pots over the past 7 years. I'm not buying another one. I'm gonna make cowboy
I don't use a
coffee.
copy.
I'm
Dude, I
gonna
use
make
a funnel
cowboy
with
coffee.
I use a funnel with a coffee filter.
I just boil the water and then I throw some coffee in the pot, and then the ground settled
Cowboy
to the
coffee.
bottom. Yeah, I make cowboy coffee. That's the only thing I drink.
Uh-huh. See, I
I
just
will
got like
not buy
this.
another.
I got this like coffee funnel for making coffee, and you just boil water and pour it in there with the filter and some coffee, and it just filters through into your cup. And I just make like 1 cup at a time.
Yeah, that's a good plan. But then you still have to buy filters.
Yeah,
Cowboy coffee
it's pretty cheap
works
though,
super
man.
well.
I mean,
Yeah.
you're right. You're probably right. I got to learn to make cowboy coffee because the filters. Who knows what kind of fucking toxic shit is in those things?
I
You
mean,
know?
$30 almost every year, and then of course, I returned 2 of them. But in the past 7 years, I've had 5 different coffee makers, and they all sucked and blew out after about a year or so.
Uh-huh.
So
That's what
I'm
I
not
heard.
doing it again. I'm
Lots
not
of
gonna do it again.
lots of appliances
Yeah.
these days they just don't fucking last at all. They're just designed to break down like right after the warranty expires or before, but usually right after the warranty expires. That's
Made to break,
that's the
just made to
fucking
break.
industry standard, right? Just
Oh
make
yeah,
it
how
so it
about
breaks down right after the warranty expires, so they gotta buy, and we can't fix it. They can't fix anything anymore, man. It's
yeah,
more
they'll put a
expensive to
wall.
fix it than it is. No, it's more expensive to fix it than it is to buy a new one, right?
They'll put a lock block over your engine
They'll
in
listen,
your
man. It'll,
truck.
it'll cost you $2,000 to fix this fucking thing. Well, you could buy a new one for $1,500. That's that's what it's become. Modern fucking business model. Incentivization, the goddamn what do they call it? The subscription market. Everything's a subscription now.
The subscription model.
Yeah, where they want you to pay every month for certain features on a product that you own.
Can you believe that shit? I mean, it's about like heated seats, or no, you could have a really good car, right? But you're only going to get 240 horse, even though you can get 280 horse
It's
out of this nice mid-sized car. 280 horse is nothing to sneeze at, right? So, but you have to pay a subscription just to
uh-huh.
access that. They're
That
governing it.
feature. Yeah.
I
And
mean,
lots of
this
other
is so,
features, right? Your heated seats, your fucking just
it's so sick and
ridiculous, man.
twisted.
Like, god damn, this is. But the model is, you got to have a subscription to have like a repeat customer now, because because they got to make money, man. Everybody got to make money, and they need to
One thing
suck the
I've
money
always-
out of you.
One thing I've always respected about you is that, like myself, you never have a cell phone unless you absolutely have to have it for a job or something. So I think that's really fucking cool, bro.
Yeah, thanks, man. You too.
Yeah.
You know, we don't always agree with each other, man, but yeah, it's cool. That's good though, man. You know, it's boring to talk to someone that you always agree with. There's no the conversation never goes anywhere, right?
But,
If everybody
you
always
know, I'm always
agrees.
like looking to learn something.
Yeah.
You know, I've
No, I'm fucking too hard-headed to learn anything, man.
it's like the definition of an echo chamber, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but but it's not bad. But it's fun to talk to some people sometimes that don't agree with you. It's fun to talk to people that do agree with you, whatever. You know, it's fun to talk to people.
Well, I never really show up
But
for an
you're not going to
agreement.
agree with everybody on every single subject, right? You know, in general.
But in,
But you
in
can
the
agree
same
with them on
token,
a lot of subjects.
in the same token, I never really show up for an agreement session. I don't want to be in an agreement committee where everybody's like, "Oh, I agree with you so much," and the other person is,
Didn't
"Oh,
you
I
just be-
agree with you even more."
No, I don't want. I'm not sitting here looking for a yes man.
Yeah, right.
Uh, fuck yeah. Where is everybody tonight? Man? I haven't seen Joe Dirt in a minute. I think he's out fucking fishing. He's gone fishing for a while. Got himself a new fishing boat. He's probably fishing for the rest of the summer. Well, yeah.
Give me the
That's
best
what's going on.
details about my.
What's
Give me
that?
the best details about my audio right now. How is my audio coming in? Am I like loud and clear, 5x5, or what?
Yeah, I'd say
Okay.
sounds not bad to me.
All right.
I hear an echo on your side somehow,
Let's see here.
of my own voice.
Let me
Strange.
try to like rectify this.
Rectify. Yeah.
How about now?
So, how hot is it up there, man, in North Dakota?
Yeah, I'm still testing my audio. How's my audio check here?
Audio. I mean, it sounds fucking solid.
All right. How's the weather up here? Currently we're at 78 degrees, and the weather's been fairly normal, I guess. It's been really hot this
78?
summer. Yeah.
It's not bad. I think here, when I started out, we were like 75. So, yeah, it cooled down. And we got up in the 80s today, I think. It was pretty hot up here. But yeah, I hear an echo, man. I think it's on your side.
Let's see here.
That's weird hearing an echo. I don't hear it no more. But, yeah, that's it, man.
Yeah, it's probably on my end. Probably on my end. I'm gonna have to buy a new mic. Anyway.
Oh, well, no big deal. But like the hottest part of the summer, right? It's just gonna start
Yeah.
to cool off from here into the cold,
Yeah, I'm ready
dark
for
winter
winter.
that you love so much.
Yes, I do. Yeah. I'm ready for winter to set in.
I hate winter, man. I just hate the darkness more than anything. It's, just so much darkness. It's depressing to me, kind of.
Do you follow these flat earther motherfuckers very much? I don't know. They're kind of weird.
flat earthers.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
They kind of try to press that idea, but
Uh-huh. I've
it's
heard of them,
such
yeah.
an,
I'm not
the
particularly
globe.
sure that I agree with anything that anybody says, but yeah. I don't know where. I don't know if the earth is flat or if the earth is round. I've never seen it for myself from outer space.
Well, you do not need to do that. You do not need a trip to outer space or
And
even
I had
go
a
to
hard time
Antarctica.
believing what I'm told, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I'm not, either way, it's, whatever
But
you want to believe, in my opinion. If you want to believe it's flat, it's flat. You want to believe it's round, it's round. It's all whatever you want to believe.
I mean, I don't care what they believe. If a person wants to believe the earth is
They
flat,
want,
that's fine. But when they tell me that I am the problem with the world, in that I believe we live in a globe, I don't know, I kind of want to like distance myself from them,
uh-huh.
So.
I don't know,
What
man.
happened to Lee Freeman? You had
Uh,
Lee
the-
Freeman on the,
Whatever, yeah, if they want to push their beliefs onto other people, that's not right. But yeah, they have the right to believe whatever they want, but you don't really have the right to try to change somebody else's beliefs or whatever. That's what I believe anyway. That's my belief.
the globe is just so obvious that I cannot suspend reality so far as to,
I don't know. I'm not here to argue whether the Earth is flat or round. I really
okay,
don't give a fuck either way. It doesn't affect my life. You know what I mean?
right. How about the definition of terms? Do you like that?
The definition of terms.
Yeah.
Not really. It's not really my. I'm not into it. What do you mean by that?
Let's see here. Liberty is not freedom and freedom is not liberty, but people use them so interchangeably that
You're right.
that's problematic for everyone.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Can you tell me the difference between the terms liberty and the term freedom?
Well, let's see. Like, yeah, like freedom is like you're not locked up in a cage. Liberty, like you have rights. Basically,
Yes, you actually did quite well there. How about the earliest? I don't know. I do not speak in mere colloquialisms, but anyway, I don't want to like really bog you down in all this. It's really it's interesting to me. But so, what's next on your horizon?
what's next on my the grave? I don't have much to look forward to except for the end of the world, the end of this reality, because it's getting
I
bad.
think I think the only thing I have to do next is buy a new mic. I guess my mics are
Uh
kind of
huh.
bullshit, sort of thing. So.
Yeah, a good mic helps, but yeah, you don't sound
Oh,
bad.
what do you got in front of you? Is that a Shure mic?
It's a Yeti mic.
A Yeti?
Yeah, like the snow monster.
Right. I think I'll buy I don't know. I'm
That's
gonna
what I
buy a
know.
good
A Yeti
mic.
is like a Bigfoot that lives in the mountains, but it has a pretty
Have
decent
you
mic.
ever?
I don't know. I don't listen to it, man. So I don't know how good it is. But it, I just yeah, I bought it used for like $50 or something on eBay.
Audio is the most important thing, but
Yeah.
uh, have you ever killed a motherfucker when they really deserved it? I don't know.
I I've killed some animals.
Oh,
No,
come
no
on now.
humans.
I was looking for an expose here, you know.
I
I'm doing a deep
haven't
dive
killed.
into,
I haven't killed any humans that I know of. You
yeah,
never know.
I've only, I don't know, left a few in the hospital, but other than that, no, I've been a pretty good fellow, really. You know, it's like I've really been a good guy, well behaved, sort of thing. But
Yeah.
yeah, can I tell you a
Good. And you
story?
should be, man. I don't know. Do unto your fellow humans, whatever you want, man. You know. Well, yeah.
Yeah, I met a friend from high school, 5 years after high school, and I said, "Hey, Kurt," and he turned around and he said, "Oh, hey, hi," you know.
Well,
But this is not my friend Kurt. I do not know him. He does not know me. Okay. So that's how it started. All right. And I said, "Oh, yeah, I heard you joined the Navy." He's like, "Yeah, I did. I joined the Navy." And he's looking at me quizzically. And then I said, "Oh, I heard, yeah, you went to sub school." And he's like, "Yeah, I went to sub school. I did well in sub school." And I'm thinking this is my friend, and he's thinking that he should know me, but he does not know me. We do not know each other, but he looks very much like my friend, and he thinks he's being polite and not telling me that he does not even know me, right? He cannot even tell me from Adam, right? But I said, "Yeah, I heard you bought a Porsche." I said, and he's like, "Yeah." So he's like, "It's right outside." So then he brings me outside and shows me his new Porsche, right? But this is not my friend. I don't know him. He doesn't know me, but very funny shit. But anyway,
yeah.
that went on for like another 20 minutes, and then we realized we did not even know each other. But
Uh huh.
funny shit.
But shit, at least he had a Porsche, man.
Yeah, at least he had a Porsche.
I would say, hey, man, can I take your Porsche for a spin? Just let me drive
Actually,
around the block.
no, actually, if I continue the story, he said, "What are you doing?" I said, "Well, I don't know. I just came here to do some clothes shopping and I'm heading home, but the next bus doesn't leave for 3 hours." This is when I was like 22 years old, right? And I said, the next bus doesn't leave for 2 hours. He's like, "I'll give you a ride." See, he's trying to figure out where he knows me from, and I'm lost in the idea that this is obviously my friend Kurt from like 5, 6 years ago, right? And and so he gave me a ride home in his Porsche, and he figured it out on the way home. But when he was dropping me off, he said, I don't mean to be rude, but I think you have me mixed up with somebody else." He said, "It sounds like your friend Kurt has a lot in common with me," and he said, "But I'm not that person." Anyway, I was like, "Oh, okay, whatever, Kurt," and I shut the door. And it took me the rest of the day to realize I did not even know this person, right? But it's a remarkable coincidence nonetheless.
Yeah, that's it. Man. Just because you went to high school with the guy doesn't mean you fucking know him.
It's not the same guy. It's like
No,
it
people
was not the
change.
same guy.
People change, man.
He
People
looked
mature and
very
they
much
become
the
older and
same. See,
they
but
turn into
but you gotta
fucking
understand, I
narcissists.
nailed it. I nailed it. This is merely a guy named Kurt who joined the Navy and he went to submarine school and he bought a Porsche. Okay, that's kind
You
of
got it all
amazing.
down, man. That's good.
He presumed
Those are the
he
four things that he
presumed
did.
he presumed he must know me because my friend Kurt and him, though two completely different people, had a lot in common. Anyway, that's it.
Interesting. Yeah, it's been a while since I ran into an old friend or old person that I went to high school with. Because I dropped out of high school like pretty soon. So I didn't go to high school very much.
I was always too cool for school.
Yeah, they couldn't make me go to school, man. Look at me now, man. At least I don't have
Yeah,
no college fucking debt. At least I don't have to pay off a fucking my fucking student loans. That's the best thing about it. So you kids, you do good in school, and the next thing you know, you'll be paying off student loans for the rest of your fucking life. Damn, dude, we got
well,
no audience.
you arrived at a particular zenith, and you're doing quite well for yourself. And uh,
Who?
I think
I've done better for myself, man. It's gone downhill, man. Things have been deteriorating. Just like it is for everyone in this world today.
hold on a
Everybody's
second.
struggling. But so yeah, it's the way it is, man. I'm not the only one that's having a hard time in life these days, right? Or am I? No, my life's hard, but no, a lot of people's lives are fucking way harder than mine. So I'm fortunate, man. I see people that are absolutely fucking destitute, you know. Somehow they have will to survive. You know, it's like, what a world. Why did the world have to come to this fucking extreme, man? You know, so many people struggling. So many people just can't even afford to fucking eat, pay their bills, you know. It's only one reason I can think of.
What's that?
It's called the Depop agenda.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The big guys want us fucking off their fucking turf. They want the masses out of their fucking hair. That's what's going on. I mean, it's obvious, man. You got to be an idiot not to see it. I mean, it's absolutely obvious. It's fucking economic terrorism is at the extreme right now. You know, they got us. They got people so, you know, over a barrel financially. It's just insane because they just keep raising everything nonstop. You know, there's
Yeah.
people just eventually you're gonna get eaten up by it. Everybody will, you know, because it's relentless. The price just
Just
keeps going up and up and up and up.
right. Just 15 years ago, you could buy an awesome work truck, with a base price of 30K, right? And now
Uh,
it's 60K just to get in there, or let's say about 50K, but still, I mean, the
and the
price
price,
has
you know,
grown.
people's income hasn't increased.
No, not at all.
So everything's it's skyrocketing, and people, everybody's eventually going to get eaten up by this fucking monster. And it's just no stopping it.
They're
Every year the
printing,
prices go up, and we just
they're
like, oh, I
printing
gotta pay
money
more.
like, yeah, they're printing money like crazy. It's like, and the industry in America cannot support these dollars coming home. If they kept the dollars overseas, that would be one thing. But no, there are too many
People are
dollars.
they can't make any more money. They're making as much money as they can, but the prices just keep fucking going up. It's obvious. It's a war. What I call economic warfare to starve people to fucking death eventually, make them homeless and starve them to death. And now being homeless is illegal.
I guess I can retire in 7 years, but in the same token, it's like they're saying Social Security will be broke at the same time. 2032, Social Security will be
Yeah.
broke. It's like, what the fuck?
But you ever heard of a thing called Agenda 2030? But
Yes, I
2030 is
have.
coming up real quick, you know. So that now you understand why things are getting so fucking bad.
2032, all the money's going to be gone, bro. I don't know, man.
I
I
don't
mean,
know, man.
prices just
I
go
hear
up
you.
constantly.
We're talking 3 years. We're at 2030.
Everything that cost $3 in a can at the grocery store now costs six
I mean, that's why
to
things
eight
have gotten
dollars.
so bad. That's why things have just fucking taken a nosedive, man. And the prices have just fucking skyrocketed, right? And like every time you go to the store, you're like, fuck, the price went up. Like, oh my God, how can it keep going up? It's ridiculously priced as it is. But it just goes up every fucking week or day.
Even for a even for a can of Spam, I'm telling you, it's like, $7. It's like, what am I
Yeah,
looking at here? Really?
I
What
know.
is it?
And you still got to buy it because it's your cheapest option. God, it's really bad situation the world is in, especially for us American people. You know,
I know
there's the
most
echo.
foreign countries, life is a little bit better. How much better? I don't know, but it's a little bit better than it
But I've
is
talked to
here.
people from other countries, and it sucks over there too. They're telling me.
Yeah, okay.
But anyways, yeah, I guess go for a little while longer here. Fucking wrap it up. Fucking had a busy day. I can hear my echo, dude. That's creepy. All right, man. We're gonna mute him for now. Oh fuck, man. Where's everybody at, man? How about I don't know. People are living their lives, and yeah, I'm gonna fucking wrap it up, man. Talk to an injured, whatever the fuck he calls it. Later. Love you guys. Talk to you next time.